travel the world, all the spaces inside your heart. I hope I'll be your destination.
Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. I am Jenya. I've been gone for a few weeks since having my twin boys, and I would love to introduce them to you in today's video. But first, I'd like to tell you just a little bit about today's sponsor, which is Temu online marketplace. I have mentioned them and talked about them quite a few times in my videos previously, and today I actually happen to be working with them, so I have a little haul to show you, which is things from Temu they have been kind enough to send to me. They sell a lot of stuff that you can think of, starting from organization to kitchen gadgets, school and office supplies, kids and baby toys. Excuse me. I would highly suggest for you to just go and check it out for yourself. Use my link in the description below. It is not only for you to register and have an account with Temu, but also to get $100 worth of coupons for free with my code, which again, all the information is in the description below. They also offer free shipping and free returns within 90 days of purchase. So let's jump into that haul and I'll show you what I got from Temu this time around. Hey guys, it's time for a little haul. I got these shelves for above my desk area at first, but now I'm not sure where I want to place them because we might move my desk, so I don't know yet. But the reason I got them is because we didn't want to drill through the wall, and these little shelves just have these adhesive hooks. I just need to make up my mind to where they should go. The next thing is this foldable laundry basket. Everybody's getting those right now, and I've been wanting one for a while. This one turned out to be quite deep, so I'm not just going to use it for laundry, I'm also going to use it for just bringing it to a room with me when I'm cleaning up the room and just picking up all the stuff that does not belong in that room. I think that would be quite useful for that kind of purpose. I also got some gardening gloves, but these are heavy duty for plants with thorns. In my case, I got them for big weeds that I can't really pull out with my regular gloves. So these are going to be perfect. They're heavy duty and very comfy. Next thing is I got this diaper changing basket or organizer or caddy to carry around the house. I filled it up with the stuff for my newborns, and these separators are Velcro, so they can come off and you can have just a big basket with no separators, or you can put them back in. This is a great quality basket, very thick. Temu always has the best prices, and I'll leave links for you in the description below. The next thing is probably my favorite, which is these craft mats. I got the blue one for my 2-year-old son Max and the pink one for Anya, my daughter. These little foldable containers are for water as the kids are painting, and then I'm just gonna squeeze the paint into those little squares and put a piece of paper and not worry so much about all of the mess that they normally make while painting. I have been wanting them for a while now. These things are so easy to wash, and they were actually exactly what I expected. I decided to turn this one over closer to Max so that he could reach the paint easier. So of course they had a lot of fun painting, but then for crafts I also used the same mats, and at that point I realized that these mats are probably my favorite things right now. Anyways, let me switch back to real life talking for a minute and tell you what I got next. Shelf dividers for the twin room because I was short on those, so I got two kinds. They provided these. I will show you how they assemble in the... Then there is another kind, so you kind of adjust it the way you want it, and then here you just attach those stickers. It assembles to the wall and it does not move. Does it make sense? I'll just show you. So I got 4, 2 of each kind. And one last thing is a baby shusher. Temu had the most affordable price for me. I was going to get it from Temu anyways because I wanted this thing, but it seemed to be a little bit more expensive, so... It basically makes a noise imitating a human shush. It might sound funny, but people say that it works, and I really wanted to try this one out. This time around, with having twins, I'm open to trying anything that people say works, and I've read really good things about this shusher, so here's the noise that it makes. And the last thing that I got was this little blue organizer for just things, either for the twins or for Max. Right now I'm gonna put it into Max's room. Honestly, I got it to check if it was a good size, and it's perfect, so I'm gonna order more of those. It only cost me $3. I'm gonna leave a link in the description as well as the discount code, and thank you so much Temu for sponsoring this portion of today's video.
Now I'm going to start today's video with cleaning up the kitchen and then organizing the pantry. However, this cleaning was filmed on, I believe, the last day or 2 days before I had my twins. I believe I had mentioned to you that I was doing so much cleaning that I had some extra footage left over that I didn't get a chance to edit yet. Because I was nesting so much, I was just cleaning and organizing pretty much everything. So for the most part, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you my 2 last days of pregnancy, how I was cleaning and organizing the kitchen. There's even more organization that didn't fit into today's video, but that will be coming out next. After we do some deep cleaning in the kitchen today, and after tidying up our pantry and making it look decent, I actually squeezed in a scene of me reorganizing my daughter's dresser with the new dividers that I got from Temu. But that organization took place just a couple of days ago after I already had my baby, so I hope I'm not confusing you too much. I am non-pregnant at the beginning of this video, and then I'm pregnant in the middle of this video, and then I'm not pregnant again at the end of this video. But the point is, I am cleaning and organizing the same house, so I hope you're still enjoying it. At some point in a few minutes, I'm going to take a break and introduce you to my new little twins. But right now it is time for cleaning motivation. Those 2 last days of pregnancy, which I'm showing you right now, were pretty crazy for me. I was pretty much on a mission just to get things done and organize the stuff around so that when my mother-in-law is looking after my 2 toddlers while I'm at the hospital having my 2 twins, I was just hoping to clean up the house, to have it just decent and also tidied up for her to be able to understand where things are, because she was going to be in charge for a few days while I'm gone, and also for a few days when I'm back, because I wasn't going to move much. I was just going to be in bed for at least a week after my C-section, and that's exactly what happened. I'm also very glad that I happened to be nesting and cleaning so much in those 2 last days of my pregnancy, because right after I had the babies, I was not allowed to move or clean or just, do anything for at least a couple of weeks. I wasn't even allowed to vacuum the house, so I wasn't going to be recording any cleaning for quite a while after having the babies. So I think it worked out pretty well that I cleaned so much right before I had my babies, so that I could rest after I had my babies. Everybody needs a Chinese food stick in their kitchen. For all-purpose use, I have Mountable and I swear by them. It may sound ridiculous, but I always need to use this stick here and there. I put it there in the first place near the trash can just to get all of the gunk out of my vacuum whenever I try to empty it. Okay, we're now going to clean this lovely sink, and then after we're done, we're going to take a little break, and you'll see what I mean.
Of all the things that are shiny and new, I am the dull stone at the bottom of the pool, tossed by the jealous waves of the sea. I'm not in
also wanted to let you know that it has been very nice to take some time to myself to properly heal after the C-section, and of course spend the majority of it with my newborn twins, and of course with my 2 toddlers and my husband. Also just trying to make sure that my toddlers, who are 2 and 4 years old, are not gonna get jealous and do understand what's going on with me bringing home 2 new babies, which now there is no problem in that area. There was a little bit of fighting for attention in the first couple of days, but the first couple of days were really rough for everybody. And honestly, I think that's because I was just not able to move. I was bedbound, but at the same time it felt like I just needed to be everywhere. So of course everybody always, after a big change like this, bringing home a newborn or 2, needs some time to adjust, start getting used to the new life and figuring things out. Of course, we were also lucky to have the ability to have the extra help in the house. My husband's family was over for a whole week. Basically, right now I am feeling great physically. However, my doctor has still not cleared me to clean the house and even vacuum the floor. I guess I was not realizing that I was not going to be allowed to do just the basic things around the house for over a month. And even though a few weeks have passed now, and technically and physically I am feeling good, I still haven't done much cleaning around the house, let alone film it. We actually had a cleaning lady come over once a week just to take care of the dust and our floors. I've been doing just some light cleaning and a bunch of laundry. Back to the topic of toddler jealousy before, we fixed that problem with a lot of extra love and attention towards our toddlers, and both of them, Anya and Max, are loving the new babies. They want to kiss them, play with them, and surprisingly to me, they are actually being very gentle. There's so much I could talk about with you or tell you about, all of the new things, all the adjustments, what has been tough, what has been easier than we thought was going to be. So feel free to drop any kind of questions in the comment section below, because I do not know exactly what do you want to hear about. So if I see any questions from you guys, I don't have a problem answering them. But right now, as I'm finishing with the sink, I'm going to introduce you to the newborns real quick, okay?
Me something I know that you want it. Come on, give me something. The night is young and so are we. So maybe you should leave with me. The night is young and so are we, baby. The night is young, so let's have.
I just wanted to quickly introduce my babies to you because I'm sure a lot of you would like to see them. We have Nicholas right here. I had them at 38 weeks, day 1, and they were both born a little bit over 6 pounds, so, and also very healthy, so there was no complications. He had a little bit of purple feet because he kept kicking me apparently, but nothing serious, and they didn't need any NICU stay. We just had lunch. He didn't need any NICU stay, so they were with us right from the beginning, and we were discharged after about 2 days or so. So all in all, the whole situation could not have been better. And right now we are just, you know, getting used to each other, getting to know each other, and it's been the best time ever. I know that there are challenges to come when they turn a few months. I know right now is the easiest time. It's the most enjoyable time right now. So yeah, this is baby Alexander. Hey, baby Alexander. Hey, baby Alexander. Hi, baby. Hello. So of course you'll be seeing them in my videos a lot. I still am to figure out how to do everything around the house with 2 babies at the same time. So there are going to be challenges, but like any other mother would say, I would not have it any other way.
Anyways, right now I'm just trying to put a hook on this air fryer. I know you can buy things like that, like hooks for your appliances. I mean for the cords, so that the cord is out of the way. I have bought a couple of those things, but it's not working for this particular wire, so I just decided to go completely DIY on it. I had these hooks from the dollar store I got a while ago, and these particular hooks seem to work the best for me, so I just simply decided to use this super glue for this appliance to hold the hook. I've done it with multiple appliances of mine, and I also bought the organizer, and this way seems to be working better for me. I'm just gonna wait for the glue to dry, and then I'm gonna wrap the cord around the appliance and it's out of the way. And right now I'm just gonna clear out the countertop, the one that's near the pantry. I'm gonna wipe it down too, so that I have some workspace to organize the pantry a little bit. At that point I was just worried that you could not find anything in the pantry, and my mother-in-law was going to come over. They were coming all the way from Florida, so they were going to stay in our house for about a week looking after our toddlers. I wanted her to find things easily and just tidy up the pantry to the best of my ability on that moment. And at that moment I was just rushing around trying to finish everything that I had started. I was running out of time. I think at that point I was going to go to the hospital to deliver the babies either the next day or the day after the next day.
The grave.
So I had already started to collect the stuff for the pantry outside because it seemed like there was no space inside the pantry, mostly because I feel like it was just disorganized. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like right now. We're going to be taking care of these 4 shelves, and I didn't want to turn it into a huge project that will take me half the day. I didn't want to go the traditional way where you take absolutely everything out of the pantry and then organize it by category, putting it back in with new organizers and labeling. I'm still going to label things today. I just wanted to do it the more flexible way, going shelf by shelf, just in case I need to stop the project halfway through. It's not going to be a problem. This toaster was on my way, and before I put it back into the organizer for my appliances, I wanted to do the same thing with the hook. As you can see, I already had that hook on the other side, but it broke, so I'm just doing another one. The other hook, I don't know how, but happened to break off, so I wanted to do the same thing just on the other side of the toaster this time.
I've been here before, familiar with the view. This ain't nothing new. And every time that you walk through the door, I'm hit by the same old tide, blinded by the lights, and I'm going through.
Our pantry cabinets are very deep. Best solutions for deep cabinets is the pull-out containers, and also for these sauces maybe I should use like a Lazy Susan, but I have not found one that fits all of the sauces on it. Plus I already have a Lazy Susan on that shelf, so what has been working for me is just storing all of the sauces in the back of that shelf, because all of those sauces and condiments are just backups, so we don't need them every day. I asked my daughter Anya to stock up the kitty food. Speaking of, my cat has been so sweet since we showed up from the hospital. Each time I brought home a baby, I felt like Katya, my cat, was going to get into the crib with them and just be all curious and on the way. But this time when I showed up home with the twins, I already kind of knew what to expect from my cat. She normally just likes being near the babies, not in their faces. So she normally would just sleep somewhere nearby. It feels like she's trying to guard them and protect them. I find it so sweet, and she's just such a loving cat.
Then you stand by my side, if only for a while. I'm going through changes.
The one thing I did not get to organize before I went to the hospital to have my twins is everything for the actual babies, like the bottles. As you can see, I just had the container here in the pantry. It's not where it should belong, but I never took the time to find the place for that kind of stuff. I thought I was prepared, but I forgot what I actually would need. I would just buy the breast pump and not really find a place for it, just kind of put it somewhere. So that part, when it comes to the babies, just the little things, I actually never got to it, and this is what caused the first night to be an absolute disaster after we came back from the hospital. I feel like it's just always the hardest night when you first come back from the hospital with a new baby, but this time I gotta tell you, it was a complete disaster. We were completely exhausted. They discharged us in the evening because we were supposed to stay there for another extra night, but since everybody was doing pretty well, we asked them if we could go that night, and they let us go, but it happened to be late in the evening, and so we came back. The room was unprepared because we didn't expect for them to sleep where they slept that night. We didn't have basic things like burpees and bottles, everything prepared where we needed it to be. We were both not functional. I couldn't even get out of bed without any help, and we both just needed to fall down and sleep, and that night was a complete disaster. After that night, my husband and I had a talk and fixed the situation immediately. We came up with a plan, and it worked for us, and ever since then we were getting better and better, I feel like. And I'm not gonna get into all this baby talk right now because I'm not really sure how much you want to hear. I'm just gonna see if you happen to have any questions for me. I'm gonna read the comments and answer them in the next video, maybe even. But right now everything is going good. I just wanted to say that I think that the newborn stage is the easiest when you come back from the hospital with the baby that does nothing else but sleep. I feel like the nature is just intended it that way so that you can rest and your body can recover, and then the interesting part will start later on when they start, teething and the sleep regressions and all of the fun stuff. These containers from the dollar store, I'm putting the labels on right now. I like them very much. They're not very heavy duty, but they work just perfect for my light stuff like seeds and nuts and some other stuff. I love using those containers from the dollar store. And here on the very bottom, this is the last shelf. As you can see, I store all the flours and the rice and grains and lentils here. The best solution I had found so far, also the cheapest one, is the mason jars. I absolutely love using my mason jars, and I buy the lids for them separately, and the mason jars I have in 3 different sizes, so I do like doing it this way. On the very bottom I have my flours, on the left then sugars, then all of these are sides, things like lentils and rice and quinoa, and then on the very right hand side I put all of the breakfast like things. I thought couscous was breakfast, I don't know, but anyways, grits and oatmeal. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. Next shelf up, when it comes to seeds and nuts, I decided to pull them into categories depending on how we use them. So I have some extra snacks just for anybody. Then I have the favorite snacks for the kids, which we use on a regular basis. And then the breakfast container, which we use every single morning. Behind those containers, I also stored the refills for whatever nuts we have in those containers. If I had a refill, I just put it behind that container. For example, we're gonna run out of raisins soon, and I have a raisin pack right behind that container. Same for cashews, etc. On this next shelf up, I hope you can see those little labels that I have put on those shelves. I have cat snacks here, and then sides and cooking. Sides are in this white metal container, and the cooking stuff, extra cooking spices and just things that are miscellaneous for cooking, I put into the Lazy Susan. And then I have this label that says condiments, and that is for our refills and backups that are stored in the very back that are unopened, and we know where to look for them whenever we need one. As I moved Katya's treat jar to show you the condiments, she heard the sound and she thought it was the treat time, so she might as well get a few for being such a good kitty. She is allowed to be on that part of the table because that's not technically our kitchen table. That is her eating area. Anyways, here I have all of the pastas and pasta sauces, and this part of the pantry is done. There is 2 more shelves up on top. I normally store breads and snacks up there. Unfortunately, I didn't get to tidy up that shelf that time, but I will in another video.
I'm staring at you. You don't even notice. Should've told you straight away.
I have some stuff here that I feel like I could put downstairs in the basement into our food storage, and then there was just a couple of extra jars to throw back into the pantry. Alright guys, we're now in my 4-year-old daughter's room. I need to reorganize her dresser a little bit. I'm going to use the drawer dividers that came from Temu store. Now with the toddlers, I feel like there is no point in folding their clothes. However, I do like folding it whenever I have a minute. I feel like it's also very nice for the kids to see and learn at a young age what it is like to have things nice and tidied up and folded. Just because our kids are simply learning from us, and it is nice to set a good example from a young age, even though there is no point in folding it because they're just going to throw it on the floor when looking for some clothes. I still do whenever I have a minute. I prefer to actually fold it, but most of the time I guess I just throw it into their dressers. Plus, if you have ever watched my channel, you probably know that my house most of the time is a disaster. So my kids don't always just walk around in a nice and organized space, but they do see me cleaning up and organizing all of the time. And of course, it does make me happy when they try and help me as well. Anyways, for Anya's dresser today, I decided that dividers might help. Even if I throw her clothes into the dresser from time to time, at least I will hopefully throw them into the right areas. And she will also pick up on where things are instead of just taking everything out and then just throwing everything back into one big pile. Anyways, we'll see how it turns out. So I'm just gonna go again drawer by drawer in no particular order. I always just try and see how much I can get done in one area until I get interrupted or I have to go and do something else. So this is the drawer for her tops. I thought I'd save the other 2 dividers that I had left on that day for the very bottom one, which is a complete disaster all of the time, which is where I keep her nighttime clothes. But this drawer we're looking at right now is just for her bottoms. So here I decided to put her jean shorts and just regular other type of shorts. Right next to them I decided to put her skirts, and next to the skirts are the shorts that are tight that are supposed to be worn under the skirts. I thought that would make sense. And now here is the bottom drawer. So it actually is broken and it completely falls out. So this is not something that we're going to be fixing today. This is something I'm going to have to order a part for and then ask my husband to fix it, which he did, but it happened after this video was filmed. But on that day, I'm just going to separate the clothes and put it back in with dividers.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things.
So before I finish this video, I would like to mention once again, I had the best time doing absolutely nothing but just spending it with my family for a month after having my twin boys. So as nice as it has been for me, I actually have missed YouTube and you guys a lot. Just being completely honest here, I love doing this right here. So as nice as it was to just take some time off, it feels even nicer now to just be back and making my YouTube videos, which I enjoy very much. And of course, you're the biggest part of it, guys. Just love talking to you, hearing from you. As always, I love reading your comments. But anyways, as I'm talking to you right now, you'll be seeing the video tomorrow. So at this moment, I am still not cleared by my doctor to be doing anything around the house, just as I normally would clean the house. So I have not recorded anything new, but hopefully after I see my doctor in a couple of weeks, they will let me go back to my normal life. Plus, we're not gonna have that cleaning lady for much longer, only one more time. If you missed that part when I mentioned it, we had a cleaning lady coming to us once a week to just take care of the dust and the floors. We had her for 1 month, so yes, I hope I'll be soon allowed to do that part myself. And up until then, I have a lot of footage which I filmed right before I gave birth, and hopefully I'll be able to fit it into one video, which you will be seeing next. But this video is coming to an end. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I hope everything is okay with you. Hope you're doing great, and I wish you all a very nice weekend. Hope to hear from you in the comments, and I will see you next Saturday. Alright, bye bye then.